Hi everyone, I'm Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here, but I'm gonna do a little daily tarot read. I am live, so I'm gonna wait for a couple people to come in, but I'm gonna do a little grounding technique to get everyone in their bodies, and then I'll pull cards for today. So, yeah. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. I don't know, man. The energy was just really off yesterday. Not just for me. Like, when I talked to my friends and stuff, it seemed like they were having a hard time too. Hi, Mariana. What's up? Yeah, it just seemed like everyone was kind of having a hard time. Actually, these past couple days, I think, have been difficult for a lot of people. But I've really kind of come back into my body and I feel good about that. So I'm going to do a little meditation with you guys to help you also come back into your body. And yeah, looks like people are starting to come in. Just takes a little while for the chat to catch up. Hi, Sasha. Just finished taking care of my chickens, took some pics of my flowers. Nice. Cool. Hi, Teresa. Hi, morning, Branham. Good morning. What's up, guys? How are you doing today? So, good morning. So I've been doing this new kind of therapy. It's called RRT. I think it's rapid release therapy. And it helps me a lot because I have a lot of PTSD and a lot of trauma. And it's basically like waking hypnosis and connecting to reprogram the subconscious mind. And I feel so much better. I had my therapy appointment this morning and we did a ton of work around like my sister leaving and stuff, and feeling a lot better. And also I did, guys, keep my promise that I made yesterday, and I actually deleted Instagram. Like, I didn't delete my Instagram, but I deleted the app so that I wouldn't feel the compulsion that I feel to click on the app, because I definitely have an addiction. I also was having some realizations that like if you remember when I went to South Carolina, I deleted a bunch of like weird people from high school that just spy on me. Well, there's other people that I've met like out and about in my town, and you know, people never fail. I shouldn't say people, men never fail, because it's not women. Women are not doing this to me. And this is not even being sexist, it's just the truth. Women aren't doing this to me. It never, like, surprises me, but it also kind of surprises me the way that creepy men will just find you through your socials, like fucking like sharks hunting you out in the water. I don't even have my last name on my social media, but someone from my town, I felt very uncomfortable with how they were watching me constantly. It felt like they had notifications on. Hi, Pragya. For like what I was posting, and it's a man, and I don't know him. I don't want to know him. And so I removed him because I'm like half naked on my Instagram. There's no reason why someone like that, even my mechanic, like my mechanic was on there, and I was like, why the fuck do I have my mechanic on here? Like, it's just not appropriate. And they watch everything that I do. And so, and I get it, like, I try to look at it like, you know, some people just like to watch some people. Like, some people just love Ariana Grande. A lot of people love Ariana Grande, right? So they like to just watch her, and that's fine. But, like, I get very annoyed when people feel entitled to my energy. And so, like, most of the people I removed, almost none of them have requested me back. But this one just kept doing it. Like, every time I delete their request, they would request again. So I finally just blocked him. And it just had me so grossed out about the entitlement that men feel to just be in women's energies or whatever. And I know women feel that way too, but like, that's my experience. And it's like, I'm pole dancing on there and, like, doing little tricks and stuff in, like, bikinis and bathing suits, like, and, like, leotards. You are not entitled to my energy. Like, yeah, you might be able to watch this on YouTube right now because anybody can watch it, but my Instagram, I have control over, and I don't want you knowing what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And even somebody made a really good point about lives. Like, they're like, it's kind of creepy that people know exactly what you're doing right now because you're live. And if I wasn't so protected by spirit, I definitely wouldn't do it. Like that, I almost didn't start my YouTube because I was so scared about my abusive ex, like, somehow finding me. So I almost didn't start my page, but I know I'm protected, and I also know that, you know, I'm not afraid to call the police and stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of like where I'm at. I feel better because, like, I finally blocked that person, and also I deleted the app altogether. My twin has access to me on Instagram as well, and I don't want that. If you want to have a real life conversation with me and take responsibility for yourself, cool. But I don't want you spying. It makes me uncomfortable that you can just click on my page at any point and see what I'm up to. So I'm not doing it. And maybe I'll never log back on. And it sucks because I have a good group of girls on there. Like, I got a lot of my clients on there, and it's a great group of women. And I might just go through and, like, delete, like, if you've been interacting, I'd say there's a solid 300 people that interact with me, like, through the page, but I have, like, 1,000 something followers. I might, like, just start deleting everyone that doesn't interact with me and then really make that, like, a small safe space for myself, because it just takes a lot of time and energy to go through and delete all these followers. So, and then I feel bad too. It's like I get super weird and existential because then, like, a random man or something will comment and be like, oh my god, like, I love looking at you, you make my whole day, like, I love your energy, blah blah blah. And it's like, then I feel bad, like, deleting them because it's like they're being nothing but supportive and respectful, but at the same time, I don't owe anybody access to my energy, my body, my time, or anything, you know? Social media is just too complicated. That's why I just deleted the app, and I'm just like, I just deleted the app for now. I'm not going on for 4 days. I might never sign back on. I mean, I don't know if it'll get that drastic, but it could be. I don't know. I was literally sitting in bed this morning with, like, my covers up, like, wow, what if I never signed back on? I would hoodwink everyone if I just disappeared one day. I love doing that. I love shocking people. Like, when I was a kid, I was in gymnastics, and I would be, like, working on a trick, and I'd never get it, and be like, oh, and then as soon as everyone would turn around, I'd throw the trick, and they'd all be turning around, and I'd be, like, flipping through the air, and they'd be like, what the fuck? It's, like, my favorite thing to do. So maybe I'll never sign back on. You want to follow me on Instagram? It's linked in my pages. For real, people will lurk, and I'll ask stuff to elicit a convo, but most people just leer at you like, what do you want? Right? Like, what do you mean, what do I want? You're the one watching me. Hi. Men love to skulk in the 2D virtual world. My twin has been hovering in the astral, and I'm not having it. Yeah, I was thinking about putting my twin back in a jar, but I didn't. Because I was like, I can't take this. Like, his energy is too scattered, it's too chaotic, and it's too pervasive. Like, I've been having a hard time blocking it out, like, all of the scattered, like, chaos energy of it, and that's why I put him in a jar in the first place, because he betrayed me so heavily, but then his soul, like, wouldn't leave. And I was like, no, like, you made your bed, now lay in it. And that's why I had to do magic against his soul. Not against his soul, but to get, to do for me, to, like, protect myself. And I was thinking about doing it again, and I was like, no, like, because that takes a lot out of me to, like, it's technically dark work, and it takes a lot out of me, body, mind, and soul, and I don't need to do it again. So we're starting with deleting the Instagram, and I'm just taking in a lot of comfort in the idea that, like, there's nothing right except right now. Like, the past doesn't exist. I mean, if we're talking natural science, not quantum physics, if we can think like regular old scientists for a minute, the past doesn't exist. and neither does the future, and neither does fucking Instagram. Virtual reality doesn't exist either. This exists, yes, because I am in this moment talking to you. We're in the present right now. We're having a conversation and everything, as much as you can have a conversation through live, so it's real. But, like, me posting a picture from last week on Instagram, like, that's not real. It's a picture from last week. It's not happening right now. You know what I mean? And, like, the support isn't real either. Like, yeah, people are nice and whatever, but, like, at the end of the day, if I'm at home alone crying, the people on my fucking Instagram aren't there, and they don't know that, you know? So I feel like by removing the virtual reality, it's helping me to get a better grasp on the present and recognizing that, like, right now really is the only moment and that I don't have to worry about these things. Because, like, that's what social media does. It makes you worry about shit that doesn't even fucking exist. It makes you compare yourself to people who are lying. It makes you compare yourself to people who are face tuning. It makes you compare yourself to people who only show you the good. Like, it's stupid, and I don't want to be a part of it anymore, so I'm not. I deleted all of my social media accounts years ago. It was weird at first, but now I'd never even think about re-downloading. See, because it's an addiction. So it's like, I feel the same way. Like, I feel addicted, and then it's like when I get some space from it, I forget that I ever even gave a fuck. And it's like, for me, it's an addiction because it's like, I'm not enjoying myself while I'm mindlessly scrolling. I'm just not. You know, like, I'm sitting there thinking, wow, there's a million other things I could be doing right now, but I'm literally hypnotized by my black mirror and I can't look away. I don't want to feel that way, so I'm just not, you know? Dutch, I dreamt about you and you were crying. Been playing in my head all day. Oh, I could cry right now. I have a lot of stuff going on. I'm okay, though. My sister's leaving and it's crushing my soul, but also I have to be happy for her because it's what she wants. So I'm caught between the very human process of grieving the old and welcoming the new. And it's hard. And it's sad. And then I have a lot of other stuff I'm sad about on top of that. There's a lot of other stuff that has happened that's hurt my feelings. There's stuff that happened a couple weeks ago that I'm processing that I'm like, damn, ow. You know, same person hurt, not my sister, but, like, you know, when, like, it's like I got hurt in the past by someone and then I got hurt again, you know? And not as bad, but I don't know, it was like the same cowardly behavior that they always have. And I just feel like I'm being so forced into alone time. Like, I've talked about it multiple times over the last couple weeks, is that, like, I've been so forced into alone time. And it's not good after a while. Like, I really do need human interaction. But even, like, yesterday, it was supposed to be the last time our family got together. I'm in the car getting ready to go to my little cousin's softball game, and it starts pouring, so now it's canceled. So I just went, and I don't like when things change. I'm an adaptable person, but I don't like changing plans. I just don't. And so, like, I'm in the car getting ready to leave to have our last family hurrah, and they're like, oh, sorry, it's just canceled. None of us are getting together. And then everybody, because that's what my family does. We don't talk about anything. So it's like now I'm pissed off because my plans change. I'm pissed off because the family get together while my sister's still in the state is over. I'm upset, like, from a million other things. And so, yeah, I'm not surprised you saw me crying. It's been hard and lonely, but I can't control it. I just have to surrender. Me too. I found out more family lore. The worst. The worst. Oh, TikTok is becoming an issue for me. I need to let it go. It needs to go. Yeah. I deleted TikTok when I saw that the government was truly trying to go through with banning it because it really just is Chinese spyware. And I have felt like that since... Actually, Spirit told me that, like, because I read an article about it, and Spirit was like, this is true. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I started it because someone in my life was like, you should do it, you could make a lot of money. And I could have, but I didn't like the crowd on TikTok, and I didn't like the app in and of itself at all. I didn't like the energy on TikTok. I think people are twice as rude and really just treat you, because it's like, I don't like anything about it. I don't like that it's 15 seconds, like 10 seconds, 7 seconds, whatever. I don't like anything about it. I think it's a waste of time, and I think it's evil, because that's what Spirit told me, that it's basically designed to dumb us down. It's designed to destroy our attention span. It's designed to destroy our interpersonal connections with other humans. And it's just like, TikTok is your pimp, and I'm already pimped out by YouTube. I don't need another pimp. So when I saw that the government was really doubling down on possibly banning it because of all the spying, I just I had like 150,000 like views or something on one of my videos, and I had like thousands and thousands of subscribers, and it all just felt stupid and pointless, because it's like 10-second videos of me dancing. It's not even like cool stuff or like me doing a whole dance. It's like 10 seconds, and people are like, I like your butt, and it's like, okay, cool, join the club, don't care. Like, I don't need to monetize my butt, you know? So I deleted it, deactivated my page, and deleted it. I could make a lot of money selling drugs, but I'm not, because it's not good for me. I feel the same about TikTok, literally. Right? Dude, that's a great point. That's a great point. Agreed, short form content sucks you in. I also avoid TikTok. Yeah, it is just toxic. I feel really good about letting go of Instagram, because I also feel like that's not how it started. I feel like everything is just trying to become TikTok. Like, YouTube is like, shorts. Like, fuck you. Fuck you, YouTube shorts. Because now, not only am I fucking mindlessly scrolling on Instagram, then I come on YouTube and I have a compulsion to click. Like, no. Fuck you. Keep your content the way it's always been, where I get to talk on live for 3 hours, and for some reason people care. Just kidding. But really, like, fuck this short, pointless, mindless content. It's destroying our brains, and I don't want anything to do with it. So, and then I realized too, like, I'd probably be checking my emails a lot more and focusing on my everything, like my business more, if I wasn't wasting like hours a day on Instagram. And I was just realizing, like, it's just not good for me, and I need to take that energy and I need to put it towards something that's good for me, which is my career, right? TikTok makes me laugh, but it's also just so addictive, and now it's on all platforms, literally. It's a virus. It's like a cancer. Same, hate the shorts and reels creeping in, right? Like, now you can't even post on Instagram. They're like, this is posted as a reel. It's like, fuck you. And it spreads misinformation like crazy. That's the original reason why I didn't get on TikTok, because Witch Talk is a cesspool of bullshit. It's clicky. It's mean. It's stupid. People literally just say whatever they feel like. You know what else I don't like about it? Anyone can steal anyone's content. Like, you can take someone's content and without, like, why is it that, like, when I post a song on Instagram, it's like, excuse me, but these people own the rights to that music. But, like, you could post something on TikTok and now everyone steals the sound from you of your voice and nobody even knows it's you. Like, I'm so sick of rules for thee, but not for me. It's been that consistently with the governments and with the rich people, with the 1% versus the 99. Then, like, I never feel like more of a peasant than when I'm shoved on an airplane with no leg room in the tiniest bathroom in the world. Like, I've never felt like more of a peasant when I pay hundreds of dollars to be miserable on a plane, or when I go and I have my content stolen or whatever, and that nobody cares. Or like when somebody's like pretending to be someone else, like catfishing, and you can't do anything about it because you're not famous, because you don't have a check mark, because you're not rich, because you're not a politician, because you're not a technocrat. I hate them. I hate them. I can't wait until their reign of terror is over forever. And it will be. But yeah. What? Remember when they were trying to hex the moon? This is what I mean. It's fucking stupid. Witch talk is, I think TikTok in and of itself is controlled opposition. People can disagree with me all they want, but I do believe that it's literally, like, I'm from America, and we are not allies with China. China hates us for a lot of reasons, and we don't like China either. I'm not saying people from there, I have nothing against your people. I'm saying our governments are feuding. What my government feuds about is not my problem unless it brings war to my country. So I don't give a fuck. And I understand too that we, the 99%, never asked for war. We never asked for arguments. Hell, we never even asked for half of these authoritarian representatives that we have. How about Dr. Fauci? What the fuck about that guy? Nobody fucking elected that guy, yet he ran my country for like 3 years. I don't, like, if anything, I think that guy's part of the mob. Fauci, Podesta, all the pedos and psychos, like, I could go on and on. But anyway, I just think TikTok is controlled opposition. I think China hates America. It's been statistically proven that they show the kids, like, the reason I got off TikTok for real was because one of my friend's daughters saw my poll content. Like, why are there no safeguards? Why can't I make my page 18 plus? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are literally no safeguards on that. And so it's been proven that TikTok will show stuff to Chinese children that shows kids doing well in school. It shows kids, you know, succeeding and doing good things with their life. Whereas they'll show American kids something fucking stupid, like a kid farting and then a grown woman on a pole. Like, I don't condone that, and I'm not cool with that. So that's why, another reason why I deleted it, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back. But I believe it's controlled opposition. I believe that it exists to try and infiltrate the Americans' minds in one way and to infiltrate their citizens' minds in another way. And I don't want any part of it. That's it, you know? That's my thoughts of it, and I hope it's banned soon. I hope that they do ban it in the United States. I hope they're able to go through with that. You know, if you're a government official, you're not allowed to have it, and also your children and your extended family aren't allowed to have it because it's literally such spyware. Like, yeah. It's true, yeah. Propaganda is getting so out of hand. Yeah, we've just been living in, like, crazy clown world propaganda land since fucking end of March 2020. He's getting money kickbacks from China, same as Biden's son. Not surprised. AI being pushed is driving me crazy, same. Oh my god, speaking of the moon, I had a dream that the moon was a projection in the sky, and that doesn't mean I'm going to take it as permission to exit tomorrow. I just finished watching a new Shane Dawson conspiracy video about TikTok and AI in general. It's scary. I'll have to check it out. Oh, yay! Good job, Teresa. I'm proud of you. You deleted it. Fuck yes. Good for you. Good for you. I get spiritual knowledge from TikTok, clown face. Yeah. Yo, they were trying to say the Eye of Heru, the Eye of Horus. I saw some dumbass, like, You know what else is fucked up about TikTok? There's no consent. Like, the For You page, just, like, how my friend's daughter just saw me dancing. Like, she didn't consent to that. She didn't look at stuff like that. It's because we were in the same proximity, and we probably have similar contacts because I had her mom in my phone. So it's like, she didn't consent to that, and, like, so many people have told me that. Like, I keep getting these tarot readings that I didn't consent to. I keep getting told I have autism, and I didn't consent to that. That's the other cesspool nightmare that is TikTok. First of all, people being really racist. Like, I've seen people being super racist to all races, guys. Not just, like, black people, Asian people, like, everything. I've seen it for Spanish people. I've seen it for white people. I've seen, like, horrifying racism. I've seen a lot of... It's almost like it's like Facebook on crack in the sense of the hatefulness of, like, I've seen so much, like, bigoted, like, all the alpha male shit. Like, there's just so much fucked up stuff. And, like, people will be like, I didn't consent to that. Like, I didn't consent to getting 10 videos in a row about why I'm probably autistic but undiagnosed. You know what I mean? Like, we're not consenting to this. I also, like, I saw a really gross TikTok of this woman just talking about how much she hates white people, and, like, the things she was saying were so... She was Asian, and it was so horrifying. Like, it shook me to my core because the hatred was so ripe, and I was just like, why is this allowed? Like, why? You shouldn't be allowed to talk about anybody like that at all. Like, it was so disturbing to me that she had so much hatred in her heart for anybody with white skin. Like, that's what is also insane to me. Like, how can you hate an entire group of people? Like, how can you hate an entire culture? How can you hate someone based on the color of their skin? How can you hate someone based on the way that they were, like, the country they grew up in, or the way they were raised? Like, that's next level, like, that's next level evil. And I just saw a lot of it. I saw a lot of next level evil. Or how can you hate someone just because they're a woman? And, like, you think you're better, like, you're the superior sex. Like, there's a lot of evil in the world, and I just feel like TikTok highlights the evil. And not only does it highlight the evil, but it supports it, and then it also, like, platforms it, and then it rewards it. The evil and the division. It's a very divisive app. It's a very hateful and very divisive app. There's good and bad people everywhere. It's never a race thing. It's just a people thing. I have no idea how people still don't get that. I agree. It's very disturbing. Or even how people will be so small-minded with me and be like, you can't be Native American. You have white skin. And it's like, what? Fuck you. Tell that to my fucking grandfather, you fucking dickhead. Oh, was his skin not good enough? Doesn't make him less fucking native, you know what I mean? Like, my great-grandfather, I should say, not my grandfather, my great-grandfather. And my grandmother's fucking native. My great-grandfather and my grandmother, they're light. You know what my mom used to say? I never met him, but she would say, like, he had, like, light skin, but such dark eyes. Like, you could see the Native American in him because he had, like, dark brown eyes. And she said they were, like, so beautiful and, like, so, like, unique, basically. And my grandmother has dark eyes, too. But it's just, like, it confuses me how people can be that dumb. You know? Like, can you, like, that dumb and that hateful? Race keeps us all separated. Exactly. They use our differences against us. Agreed. I have gotten my For You page where it's just funny stuff and things of my interest, but I have definitely seen some upsetting things on that app. Like, genuinely upsetting. Same. Like, genuine. Like when I was watching that woman say the things she was saying, like, I felt that in my core. Like, I was like, whoa. Like, because I felt like if I saw that woman on this is what it came down to. And I think a lot of people feel like this, and that's why hate crimes are taken so seriously, because I felt like if I saw that woman walking down the street, like, she would punch me in the face for no reason, or she would kill me. Like, she seemed like she wanted all white people dead, and, like, that scares me. Like, you shouldn't want any faction or group of people dead. Like, anyone, you know? Even, like, as I look at, like, the crimes against humanity that our governments have performed against us, who am I to say whether or not they should be executed for their crimes against humanity? But at the same time, I don't sit here and wish, like, I hope you die! Because, like, that's scary! That's evil! That's murderous! And that's a sickness. And it's crazy to me that you can talk like that about anyone, and that app will platform you for it, you know? I think America has never been more separated. I agree. The last time things were, like, really divisive, I would say was right before pre-9/11, and we all know 9/11 was an inside job. We're just these puppets. We're just these puppets on a string to them, and I'm over it. We already have enough ancestral and cultural trauma. Why do people want to add to that? I don't know. I don't know. LOL comments like that are giving, if you're from Africa, why are you white? No, for real. Like, for real. You know what's crazy too is people act like you choose your skin color. Like, how can you say you're native when you're white? Bitch, this the way I came out. Excuse me, but this is my genetics. Doesn't make me any less native. Like my cousin who's Peruvian is super white. Like, she's just light-skinned. She's just light-skinned. Her mom is light-skinned and her dad's Jewish. Her mom's full fucking Peruvian. Her grandfather is way, like, he's tan, and he literally comes from the jungles of Peru. Like, he's an indigenous, like, his family, he grew up in the jungle for part of his life. Yet people will be like, you're not Latina, you're white. And it's like, dude, my grandfather literally lived in the Peruvian jungles. It's just crazy, you know? It's just a really good way to keep everybody mad at each other. Been feeling my Jewish ancestors more. It worries me because they are getting ready to help fight. Ooh, that just gave me chills. Don't be worried, though. You got this, you know? We got this. We're not gonna... if we live through 2020, we can live through this. Whatever's coming. Good morning. That's why racism makes no sense at all. We don't choose our skin color. How can you hate someone based on something like that? It's absolutely ridiculous. I agree. And you know what? We're not the mistakes our ancestors have made in the past either. Like, it really bothers me when people try to blame me for all the bad stuff white people have ever done. And it's like, dude, if you really truly know history, you know that pretty much every group of people has been enslaved by another group of people at one point or another. Not always white people who have been doing the enslaving. Like, there's been, you know, religious enslavement and stuff like that of people of all different kinds of races being... I know people bring it up a lot, but the way the Irish were treated, there's a reason why people bring that up a lot, because it wasn't fair and it was wrong and it was like really fucked up. It was also racism. And so, yeah, it's just, I forgot where I was going with that, but, yeah, it just doesn't really make sense. None of it makes sense. Yes, like the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, like... for real. And so it's like, oh, when people blame me for, like, other people's actions. The other thing is, too, I'm fucking Irish and Italian and Native American. I didn't, no offense, anybody who wants to hate me because I'm white, but I didn't enslave anybody. Like, not only did I not, but neither did my ancestors. My ancestors are Native and Italian immigrants and Irish immigrants. They were not a part of that. So please don't blame me for it, because I didn't have anything to do with it, you know? And even if my ancestors did have something to do with it, that's not me. I wasn't there. I couldn't stand up for anyone. I couldn't do the right thing because I literally didn't exist. So, like, if someone's doing the right thing now, why hate them for something that was out of control that has nothing to, out of their control that has nothing to do with them? It's almost like instead of being mad at the systems and being mad at the governments, everybody just wants to, like, blame each other because the governments hold themselves at such a pedestal where we can't reach them. So it's like that anger has nowhere to go. So then people just start, like throwing it wherever they can throw it, like throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks. You know what I'm saying? And, like, that's just how that feels to me. All right, let's get into the reading. Rome is still in control. Absolutely. So are the Nazis. We literally brought the Nazis over and, like, learned their horrifying ways and integrated them into our government. Like, the Nazis are literally deeply entrenched and rooted in the American government, in my opinion. And the Nuremberg trials also weren't real. They, like, literally weren't real. Nobody got in trouble for what they did. In fact, they were given a platform for what they did, which is, like, repeating through TikTok, which is, like, exactly what I was saying. TikTok platforms hate. So do all world governments. I don't believe there's a single world government that genuinely has the idea, like the goodness of the people in mind, you know? I agree, fucking disgusting. Yeah. Operation Paperclip. Exactly. See, you guys know. Remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's apology video when he went to Auschwitz? No, I actually didn't see that. That's crazy. And he was governor of California as well. Bless us all choosing to rise above. Agree. Bless us all. I think it's because they see hate as a blinding emotion. Yeah, and also they feed on it, right? They're very evil. They're very low vibrational, so it's literally like food to them. When we're in a hateful situation, I don't know about you, but it makes me feel drained. It makes me feel miserable. It makes me feel uncomfortable and exhausted. When I'm in a joyful situation, I feel rejuvenated. Hate rejuvenates them. Joy sucks the life out of them. And that's why they try to feed on our hate without our consent all the time. So all right, I want to start by taking some deep breaths. Now I want you to imagine that white orb that we started to imagine yesterday. I want you to imagine it in your center, and I want it to span all over you and around you. Let it encompass you and fully protect you, and let it truly surround you and create an energy system within yourself. You can do the imagery that I showed you yesterday where we connect down to the earth, down to the center of the earth, send that energy back up through the body, up through the crown, connecting to source, then back down, creating a beautiful system and a protective shield around you. And I just want to remind you that there is nothing that exists outside of this moment. The past does not exist, and the future does not exist. Everything that is real, everything that exists, is simply in the here and now. And what a comforting feeling that is. And the best way that you can enjoy right now is to truly be in the now and be in the present. To let go of all attachments and fears to the future. To let go of all attachment and fears of the past. And do yourself the kindness and the favor to just be. And to live in the moment. And just accept reality as it is right now. While also maintaining a 0-point frequency to be in the energy of co-creation as well. Peace is your natural state. Peace is your baseline. And you can come back to the baseline of peace at any moment in time. All right. Okay. So Spirit, what do you want to tell everyone what is the daily? Take it slow. Less is more today. Take it slow. You don't have to do a million things at once. And it's not necessary to run yourself ragged. What's the rush? Especially with everything we just said. The past doesn't exist. Neither does the future. So then what is the rush? Perfect. So I see that today it's about doing the small things that make you feel safe, the small things that make you feel comfortable, and not pushing yourself past a limit, especially if, like myself, you're going through major life changes or shifting of like your emotional body. It is much better to just move slow, less is more, rest when you need to, eat when you're hungry, drink when you're thirsty, take a nap if you need it. I watched my little cousins the other day. I took them out on an adventure. It was really fun. And when I came back, my aunt looked so ashamed and she was like, "Nikki, I napped." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, "Good. I'm glad you napped. You probably needed it." Like, so many of us just bully ourselves for listening to our bodies and doing what we need in the moment because we've been programmed with this hustle, hustle, hustle. You're worthless if you're not hustling energy, and it's not fair. Listen to your body today and don't make yourself feel guilty about doing what it is that your body needs. It only creates complication. I see here too that there's been some severe heartache, or there's just been some pain or suffering or extreme emotion. So it might have been like a lot of anger or a lot of fear or a lot of upset. There's been some extreme dysregulation in your auric field, and I see that today you're finally letting it go. And we actually have, you know, the skeleton coming up twice, and to me this could be Santa Muerte that is coming in to aid you in your healing. I just petitioned her, so that's kind of a message for me, but it could be a message for others as well. If not, it's just the idea that spirit is pushing you to your limit, but not in a bad way. They're pushing you to your limit because there's something better, right? There's a better way of life. There's a better way of being. There's a better way to treat yourself. So, where there was extreme emotions and suffering in some way, you were not willing to let go of these extreme emotions and suffering. And I see today that it's like you are finally letting go with the aid of spirit, and you're letting go in a neutral way. And so you're able to have better discernment here with the Two of Swords. So like if you've been experiencing spiritual attack, if you've had intrusive thoughts, or you know, you've just been feeling like not yourself, if you've been super out of your body, this is finally bringing you back into your body. You're having better discernment around what's true and what's not. What are your feelings, or what are the guy across you on the subway's feelings that is somehow like sucking into your body because you're a sponge. Like it's like you're ending that. And I also see too that you're making some sort of cut in your life where it's like you're no longer accepting certain behavior, and I see that the certain behaviors are like moving away, like shifting away and shifting out of this. Also, if you had people doing work against you, Santa Muerte wants me to tell you this as well. If you had people doing work against you, trust that Santa Muerte has it under control, and that she's going to make sure that if you know people were sending you evil eye or doing spell work against you or just talking really bad gossip about you, whatever it is, they're going to get what they deserve, and she's going to make sure of it. So just know that. And you're actually, I feel like today you're actually able to like be calm, and you're actually able to come back into your body after a long period of time of not being in your body. And I see here with the Temperance, the Five of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Death card, this is telling me, Spirit's like, please just trust that sanctuary is right around the corner, which you've been... It feels like how I was saying yesterday, I feel like I'm stuck in the birthing canal because it's like I'm going through a metamorphosis period. Spirit's saying, like, trust. So when you're giving birth, your body is naturally designed to do so, and it's an extreme state of like surrender and trust. And it's like you have to trust that the baby's gonna come out eventually, right? It can't stay there forever, and it won't. It'll come out. So Spirit's saying right now is about trust. Like you're on the brink of like a major breakthrough in like your own wellness and your own happiness and your own joy. And so it's about tempering right now, because sanctuary is right around the corner, leaving behind those like not only old thought patterns and behavior patterns that no longer serve you, but also just like leaving behind the past, like the old cycles, the old way of life and integrating that into the now so that you can move into the next phase of life. And I also see too that there's about to be a major shift. If you've been trying to manifest something for a long time, it's like you're finally getting that manifestation. So like I can remember, they're just giving this as an example, I had a really bad mushroom trip that almost killed me, and I didn't feel normal for like maybe like a year and a half, 2 years. And then it was like, I still remember when I just suddenly was like, hey, I'm back. Like, I feel like myself again. It's one of those things. So it was like, it was a process of like getting back to a state of equilibrium and pulling forward after that negative experience. But I did get there eventually, right? And the whole idea that remember I gave the analogy yesterday of the person being dragged, the little kid being dragged on a leash away from Grimace, like the guy at the expo center. It feels like you're at least not face down anymore. Like, the little kid is no longer face down being dragged. The little kid is at least face up and like, I surrender, fine, so yeah. Anything else you want to tell us about today? All right, so if you've recently done protection work, so if you did the protection ritual with me when I went down to South Carolina, this is also your confirmation that it's working in your favor. We have Osset with protection, and then we have Morgan Le Fay with magic. So Spirit wants you to know that your magic is protecting you, and also that Spirit is protecting you. And today, you're going to just want to be a little bit more shielded. So this might be one of those days that you put your phone on Do Not Disturb and you don't talk to anybody, because you just need to kind of like be in your energy. And today is also a really good day to do a meditation. You could do a meditation with the Fae. You could do like a Kemetic meditation. I've actually been doing a meditation with Shiva the past couple days, and actually yesterday my nose is so itchy. Someone has something to say, whether it's a friend, family member, or lover. There is going to be some sort of conversation had eventually, because that's what it means when my nose itches like crazy. But so I did a twin flame meditation. I put on twin flame binaural beats, and my twin came through to heal me. One of my friends who's on a twin flame journey came through to heal me, who I haven't really had the opportunity to talk to, so that was cool. And her twin came through and healed me. So it might be a good day to put on like some binaural beats and do a meditation. Also, today is a day to focus on what you have and not what you don't have, and making a commitment to yourself. And also, today is a really good day to look back on how far you've come. So I was getting visions during therapy while we were doing like the hypnosis. I was getting visions of when I used to be homeless and stuff. And the first time I was homeless actually was really fun, as weird as that sounds, because it was like, I don't know. It just something about, I was surrounded by friends, and like I was living out of my car, and like I made it fun somehow. The second time was absolutely horrifying, so it was extremely polarized. But basically they were just saying like, look how far you've come. And they were like, you were literally happy when you were homeless. Like, if you can be happy and having fun while you're homeless, why can't you do it right now? Just because like other stuff is happening. And I was like, damn, good point, Spirit. Like, I'm very good at making the most of nothing. And so that's something to do today, is to put yourself first. Like I was saying here with the Hera and the commitment card, to put yourself first, know your worth, know your value, understand how much you actually bring to the table, and understand how much you've grown. Think about over the last 10 years. How much have you grown over the last 10 years? It's a lot of growth. There's a lot of life to be lived. And then also, you can use the sexual energy today if you're like having some like blockages in the root chakra or sacral or solar plexus chakra. You can do some like Kundalini meditation, connecting to like your divine sexual energy, moving through any like stuck blockages in that sexual energy. And understanding too that if you've had some like difficulties around sex or around like connecting with someone, through sex, Spirit just wants you to know that you'll have justice with that. So, like, if you feel like you're like, oh, like, I've never truly, you know, nobody's ever, it's like that, Matchbox 20 song when she's like, Push, I think it's called, when she said, I don't know if I've ever been really loved. I'm a little bit rusty, and I think my head is I don't know if I'll, okay, sorry. I don't know if I'll ever be good enough. My head is caving in, and I'm a little bit rusty, and I don't know if I've ever been truly loved by a hand that's touched me, and I feel like something's gonna give, and I'm a little bit angry. So, oh God, that could make me cry. That's really heavy. But like, if you feel like you've never truly been loved, or you feel like you've been taken advantage of sexually, or like nobody has ever loved you, they've only fetishized you or whatever, Spirit is saying you're gonna get justice around that, and you have to trust that. Like, you have to trust that. All right, so what's the advice then, Spirit? I used to, when I was a little kid, my parents loved Matchbox 20, and I would stand in the reflection of our sliding door, and I would sing and dance to that song, and I would like act it out. So it'd be like, I wanna push you around, and then I'd like hop to the other side, and I'd be like, well, I will, and then I'd be the other person, and I'd be like, I wanna push you down, well, I will. Like, I've always been like this. That song is sad. Wicked Wonders. We got that yesterday. Okay, so Spirit's just reminding you there's so much to be grateful for in this moment. And then we have Wicked Wonders. Like, I just feel like Spirit has a gift for you, and it's coming. And you just have to trust that it's coming. And then I also feel with the wild roses bloom where you are planted, I just feel like that's about, like I was saying, look back on all the progress you've made. And if you can survive what we've survived in the past, you can survive whatever you're dealing with now. Wake up. You have to listen to your body too. This is the card that says, I'm going to get you sick if you don't rest. So Spirit's saying, stop being so hard on yourself. You don't have to run around and do crazy stuff all the time. Just listen to your body so you don't get sick. And listen to the mind. The mind is shifting and changing right now. We got this one yesterday too, Angelic Personal Trainer. Spirits are working on you so much energetically that they need you to rest. And that if you don't rest, you will get sick, because they're doing such serious work on your body right now that you need it, because you have things very out of perspective here with the House of Mirrors, and it's in a very negative perspective. And so Spirit's working on your mind to bring you back into a state of not only like 0 point frequency, but like a positive perspective. Last cards, then I gotta go, because I'm pretty sure my grocery order came. I started using Instacart. I really like it. Okay, so we have Soul Family. Call it in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So even if you don't have people in your life physically right now, just know that they are available to you astrally. Like I was saying, my friend came in and healed me yesterday. Like, it was really nice. So energetically, not physically. So call in your spirits. And then we have this, like, the Trust Your Gut card. What is that feeling trying to tell you? You just have to trust that everything's gonna be good, and you have to just follow your gut. Like, so I just felt like I needed to delete Instagram, so I did. Like, I didn't think about it. I didn't think twice. I just did it. I just trusted my gut, and I already feel better, you know? So trust your gut. And then we have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So you have to trust your gut, because you're being called to step up and lead a certain charge or situation in your life. And then here with the yes card, just say yes. It's about saying yes to yourself and saying yes to the future and letting go of what no longer serves in a graceful way, because you're moving forward anyway. So it's like you might as well just not fight the flow, like we were saying yesterday. You don't have to get dragged on your face by the human leash. You can at least turn over on your back and make it a little easier while Spirit is dragging you along. So that's what I have for you guys. Like, please like it, and comment if you got something to say. Subscribe if you feel like it, and who knows when I'll be back for the next daily read. Maybe tomorrow. I need to get back into listening to 432 hertz and 525 hertz. Nice. Instacart is awesome. Instacart is so hot and cold. Some shoppers are amazing, some are a nightmare. There's like zero in between. That's funny. I had a really great shopper the other day because she gave me a rose. It was like really nice. Like I think it's because I gave her a really good tip and she just left like a red rose in my bag. It was so sweet. And it was crazy because I went to the grocery store to get red flowers and I ended up getting pink and blue. And then later that day, a red flower showed up without me having to try. So it was like a good lesson in that too. I want to rest, but the narcissist of the house is making life hell. It's so hard when you're in a negative environment. Thank you and love from Brazil. You're welcome. Rose themes today. That is really sweet. It was very sweet. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going. I love you. I hope you have a great day. I hope this helps you on your day. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good day.